my co-mates and brothers in exile, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted pomp? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? And this our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, books in the running books, sermons in stones, and good in everything.
I would not change it. Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Come, shall we feast upon the bounties of the land?
Yeah! Well, this is Arden!
And now I am in Arden, the more for why. When I was at home, I was in a better place. But travellers must be content.
Aye, be so good, Touchstone. Oh, look, here comes a young and an old in solemn talk.
Don't go wasting your emotion. Lay all your love on me, Phoebe, Phoebe, Phoebe.
That is the way to make her scorn you still.
Oh, Corin, thou knewst how I do love her.
Well, I partly guess, for I have loved ere now.
No, Corin, thou canst not guess. How many actions most ridiculous hast thou been drawn to by thy fantasy?
Into 1,000. Oh, that I'd forgotten.
Oh. Thou didst then never love so heartily, if thou rememberest not the slightest folly that love did make thee run into. Thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe, where are you, Phoebe?
Alas, poor shepherd! I have by hard adventure found mine own.
And I mine. I remember when I was in love. I broke my sword upon the stone and bid him take that for coming night to see Jane smile. I remember the kissing of a battler and the cow's dugs that a pretty chapped hands had milked. I remember the wooing of a peace god instead of her, from whom I took 2 cords, giving them again, said with weeping tears, "Oh, wear these for my sake." Oh, we that are true lovers run into strange capers. But as all is mortal in nature, so is all nature and love, mortal and folly.
Thou speakest wiser than thou art aware of.
I be nearer on my own wit, till I break my shins against it.
Job, this shepherd's passion is much upon my fashion.
And mine, but it grows something stale within me.
I pray you, one of you, question yon man if he for gold to give us any food. I faint almost to death.
Holla! You clown!
He's full, he's not thy kinsman.
Who call?
Your betters, sir.
Else are they very wretched?
Yes, I say. Good even to you, friend.
And to you, gentle sir, and to you all.
Oh, I prithee, where could we buy entertainment in this forest?
Fair sir, I pity her, and wish for her sake more than for mine own, that my fortunes were more able to relieve her. But I am shepherd to another man, and I do not share the fleeces that I graze. My master is of churlish disposition, and little recks to find the ways to heaven by doing deeds of hospitality. Besides, his coat, his flocks and bounds of feed are now on sale, and at his sheepcote now, by reason of his absence, there is nothing that you will feed on. But what is, come see, and in my voice most welcome, shall you be.
Oh, well, what is he that shall buy this flock and pasture?
That young swain that you saw here but a while. Oh, he little cares for buying anything.
Oh, I pray thee, if it stand with honesty, bring thou the pasture, cottage, and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it all.
And we'll mend thy wages. I like this place and could willingly waste my time in it.
Well, assuredly the thing is to be sold. Come with me, if you like upon report, the profit, the soil, and this kind of life, I will your faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold right suddenly.
who loves to lie with me. And Mary to the sweepers.
Come hither, come hither, come here.
Shall we
See no enemy,
Shall we see no enemy?
winter and rough weather.
More, I prithee, more. Make you melancholy, Monsieur Jacques.
And I thank it. I can suck melancholy out of a song as a weasel sucks eggs. More. Another stanza. Are you on stanzas?
What's your will, Monsieur Jacques?
Nay, I care not for their names. Come, sing.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. Come. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Out of ambition shall live under the sun, seeking the food, yes. Come hither, come here. Here shall we see no enemy. Here shall we see no enemy, but winter and rough weather.
Here. I'll give you a note that I wrote yesterday in spite of my invention.
And I'll sing it. Thus it goes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If it do come to pass, any man turns us,
1, 2, 3, 4.
seeking his wealth, and he's a stubborn will to please. Dr. May, 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 Dr. May.
What is Dr. May?
It is a Greek invocation. Duch dama, to call fools into a circle. I must be sick of fool, and if not, to rail against the firstborns of Egypt.
Young master, I can go no further. How I die for food. Here lie I down and measure out my grave. Farewell, kind master.
Why, how now, Adam? No greater heart in thee? Live a little, comfort a little, cheer thyself a little. If this uncouth forest yield anything savage, I will either be food for it or bring it for food to thee. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die for the lack of a dinner if there live anything in this desert.
I think if he transformed into a beast, for I can nowhere find him like a man. Go seek him. Tell him I would speak with him.
He saves my labour by his own approach.
Why, how now, monsieur? What a life it is that your poor friends must woo your company. What? You look merrily?
Fool. A fool. I met a fool in the forest who laid him down and basked him in the sun and railed on Lady Fortune in good terms, in good set terms, mind you. I met a fool. Good morrow, fool, quoth I. No, sir, quoth he. Call me not fool till heaven hath sent me fortune. And then
he drew a dial from his poke, and looking upon it with lackluster eyes, says, very wisely, "It is 10 o'clock, quoth he. Thus may we see how the world wears. What, but an hour ago since it was 9, and after an hour more 'twill be 11. And so from hour to hour we ripe and ripe, from hour to hour we rot and rot. The motley fool thus morale on the time, and thereby hangs the tale. When I did hear, my lungs began to crow like chanticleer, that fools should be so deep contemplative. And I did laugh, sans intermission, an hour by his dial. Oh, noble fool, much is the only wear.
What fool is this?
A noble one that hath been a courtier, and says, if ladies be but young and fair, they have the gift to know it. And in his brain, which is as dry as the remainder biscuit after a voyage, he has strange places crammed with observations, which he vents in mangled forms. Oh, that I were a fool. I am ambitious for a motley coat.
Then thou shalt have one.
It is my only suit.
Forbear and eat no more.
Why, I have eaten none yet.
Nor shalt not till necessity be served.
Of what kind is this cock come of?
Art thou thus bold in man? By thy distress or else a rude despair of good manners, that in civility thou seemest so empty?
You touched my vein at first. The thorny point of bare distress hath ta'en from me the show of smooth civility. Yet I am inland bred and know some nurture. But forbear, I say! She dies that touches any of this fruit till I and my affairs are answered.
And your affairs not be answered, then I must die.
What would you have? Your gentleness shall force more than your force move us to gentleness?
I almost die for food. Now let me have it!
Then sit, and welcome to our table.
Speak ye so gently. Pardon me, I pray you. I thought that all things had been savage here, and therefore put I on the countenance the stern command.
Sit you down in gentleness, and take upon command what help we have, that to your wanting may be ministered.
Then but forbear your food a little while, whilst like a doe I go and find my fawn and give it food. And there is an old, poor man who after me hath many a weary step limped in pure love, till he be first sufficed, oppressed with 2 weak evils, age and hunger. I will not touch a bit.
Then go out and seek him, and we will nothing waste till your return.
I thank you and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest we are not all alone, unhappy. This wide and universal theatre presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
All the world is stage. In all its men and women, merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts. His acts being seven stages. At first, the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. Next, the schoolboy, with satchel and shining morning face, creeping like snail, unwillingly to school. Next, the lover, sighing like furnace, with woeful ballad made to his mistress' eyebrow. The soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like the pard, jealous in honor, quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. The justice, in fair, round belly, with good cap unlined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he too plays his part. The 6th age shifts into a lean and slippered pantaloon. Spectacles on nose, pouch on side, his youthful hose well saved a world too wide for his shrunk shape. And his big, manly voice turning again towards childish treble, pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history is second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans eyes, sans taste, sans teeth, sans everything.
Sit down, your vulnerable burden, and let him feed.
I thank you most for him.
So what do you need? I can scarce speak to thank you for myself.
I will not trouble yet with questions of your fortunes. Good cousins, sing! Give us music!
So when you're near me, darling, can't you hear me? SOS. The love you gave me, nothing else could save me. SOS. When you're gone, how can I even try to go on?
Stop! Stop! If that you were, the good Sir Roland's son, as you had whispered faithfully you were, and as mine eye doth his effigies witness most truly living in your face, be truly welcome hither. I am the Duke that loves your father, the residue of your fortune. Good, old man, thou art right welcome as thy master is. Support him by the arm, go to my cave. And Orlando, give me your hand. Let me all your fortunes understand.
Not seen him since! Sir, that cannot be. Look to it. Find out thy brother wheresoever he is. Seek him with a candle. Bring him dead or living within this 12 months, or turn thou no more to seek a living in our territory.
Your Highness, continue my heart in this. I have never loved my brother in my life.
Well, more villain thou. Push him out of doors, and make my officers of such a nature make an extent upon his house and land. Do this expediently, and turn him going!
Yes, he does. Roses are red, tree frogs are lime. Tree frog, thou art lime. My love is great, but only for Rosaline. Hang there my face in witness of my love. Oh, Rosalind, these trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts I'll character. Oh, that every eye in which this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed everywhere. Run, run, Orlando! Carve on every tree the fair, the chaste, the unexpressed she.
the shepherd's life, Master Touchstone?
Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it is a good life. But in respect it is a shepherd's life, it is naught. Now, in respect it is sultry, I like it very well, but in respect it is a private life, it is a very vile life. Now, in respect that is in the fields, it pleases me well, but in respect that is not in court, it is tedious, as it is a spare life. Look you, it hits my humour well, but there's just no plenty in it. It goes against my stomach. Hast any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
Well, no more but that I know the more one sickens, the worse it easy is. And if he wants money, means and content is without 3 good friends. That the property of rain is to wet, and fires to burn, that good pasture makes fat sheep, that the great cause of the night is lack of the sun, and that he that hath learnt no wit by nature nor art may complain of good breeding, or comes of a very dull kindred.
Such one is a natural philosopher.
Sir, I am a true labourer. I get that I eat, I earn that I wear, owe no man hate, and envy no man's happiness. Glad of other men. Oh, here comes young Master Ganymede, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western end, no jewel is like Rosalind. Her worth being mounted on the wind, through all the world bears Rosalind. All the pictures fairest lined are but black to Rosalind. All the fair be kept in mind, but the fair of Rosalind.
I'll rhyme you 8 years together. Dinners, suppers, sleeping hours expected.
Peaceful.
For a taste. If a heart do lack a hind, let him seek out Rosaline. If the cat will come after kind, so be sure will Rosaline. Winter garments must be lined, so must slender
Rosaline.
They that reap must sheathe them bind, then to cut with
Rosaline.
Sweet does not have sourest rind, and such a nut is
Rosaline.
He that sweetest rose will find, must find love's prick and
Rosaline.
This is the very false scallop of verses. Why do you infect yourself with them?
Peace, you dull fool. I found them on a tree.
Truly the tree yields bad fruit.
Peaceful. Oh, look, here comes my sister reading. Step aside.
But upon the fairest boughs, or at every sentence end, will I, Rosaline, to write, teaching all that read to know the quintessence of every sprite heaven would in little show. Therefore heaven nature charges one body should be filled with all graces wide and large. Rosaline of many parts by heavenly sign it was devised, of many faces, eyes, and hearts to have the touches dearest prized. Heaven would that she these gifts should have, and I to live and die her slave.
Oh, most gentle Jupiter! What tedious homily of love have you wearied your parishioners withal, and never cried, "Have patience, good people"?
How now? Back, friends, shepherd, go off a little. Go with him.
Come, shepherd, let us make honourable retreat.
Didst thou hear these verses?
Oh, yes. I heard them all and more too. For some of them had more feet in them than the verses could bear.
That's no matter, the feet might bear the verses.
Aye, but the feet were lame, and could not bear themselves without the verse, and therefore stood lamely with the verse.
But how thy name should be hanged and carved upon these trees?
I was 7 of the 9 days out of the wonder before you came. For look here what I found on a palm tree. I was never so berhymed since Pythagoras' time that I was an Irish rat, which I can hardly remember.
Trow you who hath done this.
Is it a man?
And a chain that you once wore around his neck will change you colour.
I prithee who?
Is it possible?
I prithee now with most petitionary vehemence tell me who it is!
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, and most wonderful, wonderful, and yet again, oh, wonderful, and after that, out of all, whooping.
I prithee tell me who it is quickly, and speak apace.
Okay,
I would thou couldst stammer that thou mightst pour this concealed man out of thy mouth as wine comes out of a narrow-mouthed bottle, either too much at once or none at all. I prithee take the cork out of thy mouth so I may drink thy tidings.
So you may put a man in your belly.
Is he of God's making? What manner of man? Is his head worth a hat, or is chin worth a beard?
Nay, he hath but a little beard.
I'm sure God will send some more if he'd be thankful. Let me stay the growth of his beard if thou delay me not the knowledge of his chin.
It is young Orlando that tripped up the wrestler's heels and your heart both in an instant.
Nay, but the devil take mocking, speak sad brow and true maid.
I faith, cuz 'tis he.
Orlando.
Orlando!
Did he ask for me? How parted he with thee? When shalt thou see him again? Answer me in one word.
You must borrow me Gargantua's mouth first.
But doth he know I'm in the forest and in a man's apparel? Looks he as freshly as he did the day he wrestled.
I found him under a tree like a dropped acorn.
It may be called Jove's tree when it drops forth such fruit.
Give me audience, good madam.
Proceed.
There he lay, stretched along like a wounded knight.
Don't be pity to see such sight, it well becomes the ground.
I would cry, hold it to thy tongue, I prithee, it covets unseasonably. He was furnished like a hunter.
Oh, ominous! He comes to kill my heart.
I would sing my song without a bird, and thou brings me out of tune.
Do you not know I'm a woman? When I think I must speak. Sweet Zayon.
You bring me out. Oh, soft comes he not here.
'Tis he, slink by, note him.
I thank thee for thy company, but I had as the effort been myself alone.
And so had I, but yet for fashion's sake, I thank you too for your society.
God be with you. Let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire we may be better strangers.
I do desire you to mar no more trees with writing love songs in their bark.
I pray you, mar no more of my verses with reading them ill-favouredly.
Rosaline is your love's name?
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
Well, there was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
Of what stature is she?
Just as high as my heart.
Well, you're full of pretty answers.
Your worst fault is to be in love.
Well, 'tis a fault I would not change for, your best virtue.
By my troth, I was seeking for a fool when I found you. Good day, Signor Love.
Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
Speak to him like a saucy lackey, and under that habit play the knave with him. Do you hear, Forrester?
Very well, what would you?
I pray you, what is 2 o'clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There is no clock in the forest.
Well then, there is no true lover in the forest, else sighing every minute and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
And why not the swift foot of time? Had that not been as proper?
By no means, sir. Time travels in diverse paces with diverse persons. I'll tell you who time ambles withal, who time trots withal, who time gallops withal, and who he stands still withal.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With this shepherdess, my sister. Here in the skirts of the forest, like fringe upon a petticoat.
And are you native of this place?
As the coney that you see dwell where she is kindled?
Your accent, it's something finer than could be purchased and so remove the dwelling.
I've been told so of many, but indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me to speak, who was in his youth an inland man, one that knew courtship too well, for there he fell in love. I've heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I'm not a woman, to be touched with so many giddy offences that he hath generally taxed the whole sex withal.
Well, can you remember any of the principal evils he laid to the charge of a woman? I prithee recount some of them for me.
No, I will not cast away my physic, but on those that are sick. There is a young man haunts the forest, abuses our young plants with carving Rosalind on their branches, hangs odes upon hawthorns and elegies on brambles, all forsooth deifying the name of Rosalind. If I could meet that fancy monger, I would give him some good counsel, for he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
This is awkward. I am he that is so love-shaked. I pray you, tell me your remedy.
There is none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me how to know a man in love, in which cage of rushes I am sure you are not prisoner.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye and sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit,
Which I have.
which you have not. A beard neglected,
Which I have.
which you have not. But I pardon you for that, for simply your having in beard is a younger brother's revenue. Then your hose should be ungartered, your bonnet unbanded, your sleeve unbuttoned, your shoe untied, and everything about you demonstrating a careless desolation. But you're no such man. You're rather pointing, devising your accoutrements, loving yourself than seeming the lover of any other.
Fair youth, I would I could make thee believe I love.
But are you so much in love as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
See, love is merely a madness. And I tell you, deserves as well as a dark house and a whip as madmen do. And the reason why they're not so punished is that the lunacy is so ordinary that the whippers are in love too. Yet I profess curing it by counsel.
Well, did you ever cure any so?
Yes, one. And in this manner, he was to imagine me his love, his mistress, and I set him every day to my coat to woo me, at which time would I, being but a moonish youth, grieve Be effeminate, changeable, longing and liking, proud, fantastical, apish, shallow, inconstant, full of tears, full of smiles, for every passion something, and for no passion truly anything. That men and women are, for the most part, cattle of this colour. Now like him, now loathe him, then entertain him, then forswear him, then weep for him, then spit at him. That I drove this suitor from a living humour of love to a living humour of madness, to live in a nook merely monastic, and thus I cured him. And I would take it upon me to wash your liver as clean as a sound sheep's heart, and there shall not be one spot of love in it.
I would not be cured you.
Oh, I would cure you if you would but call me Rosalind, and come every day to my coat to woo me.
Well, by the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where it is.
Or come with me to it and I'll show you. And by the way, you shall tell me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Come, sister, will you go?
Rosalind. That's where I left my guitar. Rosalind. Just the thought makes me want to sing. Yeah. I'll sing. Friday night and the lights are low, looking out for a place to go, where they play the rock music, getting in the swing. You come to look for a king, and when you get that chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat from the tambourine. Oh yeah, you can dance, you can jive, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, dig in the dancing queen.
Looking out for a place to go, where they play the rock music, getting in the swing. You come to look for a king. Anybody could be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. Where they play the rock music, getting in the swing. When you get that chance, you are the turning for love. Leave it burning